DC the Voice, Alabama Prison Profiles. What's going on with y'all members? What's going on, members, man? Y'all know what's up, man. I'm skipping the intro. Y'all know what's going on if you're watching this shit on the membership, right? We still 7 deep. Tell your mammy about it. Tell your mammy to cop the membership, man. I appreciate y'all. I've been seeing y'all in the comments on the public videos and stuff like that. Love scrolling down and seeing that ish lit up with membership badges, man. The 7 of y'all that we got, man. You already know I appreciate y'all. Now today I have this story that has been sent in to me, right, by a former law enforcement official here in the state of Alabama in the capacity of a probation officer. Let's hop right into that right now. It's a gloomy morning. I get up and take my morning shit with a cigarette. A sacred ritual. My sweet thing looks up at me when I come back into the bedroom as I'm ironing my suit. Come back to bed, she says. Girl, stop playing with me. You know how to go to work and you do too. I finish up my morning routine and hit the auto start on the Hemi. I can hear the engine revolutions clearly from the straight pipes I had installed a few weeks back. No matter, I thought at the time. If I get pulled over, I just flash the badge. Worked every time. I get dressed, feed and pet the cat, and look up to see my sweet thing standing in the doorway. She walks over to me and kisses me. Have a good day at work, babe, she says, looking deep into my eyes as she does every morning. Thanks, baby. You have a good day, too. I'll hit you when I get off. And I'm out the door. The Hemi is purring like a well-fed kitten when I walk up on her. It wasn't much, basic Hemi model, new body style. But she was mine and my prized possession at the time. First car I ever bought with my own money. Proud every time I jumped in it and hit the gas, I tell you. I stopped at a gas station like I did every couple of mornings to get some squares. Looking good this morning, the thirsty clerk says as I cop the squares. Thank you, ma'am, I reply. It's a 30-minute drive to work. I shaved off a couple minutes in the Hemi, of course. The straight pipes rumble as I downshift, pulling into the parking lot, passing about 15 people lined up outside the door. I park the whip, jump out and throw on my suit jacket. By now, the sun has came up, and my golden badge emblazoned with the county judicial circuit and my agency is hidden in the sunlight like BBS diamonds. Morning, mister, name redacted. You see me? I'm here bright and early like I told you I'd be. Yes, you are, Mr. Name redacted. This gentleman was a new client. Some are anxious to get started. Not everyone, in fact. Most people are never happy to see me unless I'm speaking up for them in court, which I never had a problem doing if they had their shit straight. Another new client, which was recently forced by my director to be housed in our work release facility at the time, I see is smoking a cigarette on the curb. These offenders under certain supervision structures were not allowed to possess tobacco and usually hid tobacco, lighters, other contraband outside the facility in bushes and other places when they returned from work before re-entering the old county jail from the 1930s. My boss had turned into a, quote, work release type facility. I approached the offender. Morning, sir. Time to pay your taxes. He looked at me like they always do, confused at this statement. What do you mean, mister? Name redacted. At this point, a couple other clients and offenders standing in line started to snicker that had seen me and had me run this skit on them before. Gotta pay to play, one blurted out as they all started giggling. Give me a cigarette or I'm gonna take the whole damn pack and put you on the wall and take everything else you're not supposed to have. Still looking partially confused, he began to smile and pulled out his pack of Marlboro Reds. These ain't menthol, Mr. Name redacted, he said, thinking this would deter me from taxing him for the unknown disrespect, being as I'm a black man. Like we only smoke menthols or some shit. Doesn't matter to me, tobacco is tobacco if you're a real cigarette smoker, I said as I snatched the pack from him and took 2 cigarettes out and stuffed them in my suit jacket pocket. Small cost of doing business, I said, then proceeded to educate him. If other officers saw me seeing you smoking and not handling it, then it'll be my ass, I said sternly. From now on, you see me or any of us coming, you put that shit out, understand? Every one of us ain't as lenient as me, I said. Hell, I smoke cigarettes, I thought. The fuck do I look like stopping someone else from smoking, I touted. Understood, mister. Name redacted, he said as I handed him the pack back and he slid it into his pocket. Mondays, I thought to myself. I scanned my badge on the outer electric pad and entered the building. Upon entering the office, I greeted my coworker. Morning, ma'am. Morning, sir. They rest us out there, ain't they? Hell yeah, I said. Just made one pay his taxes. She chuckled. This officer was cool, as I would describe, as in she didn't take shit too seriously, while at the same time still having a desire to help people that hadn't been stifled by years and years of bullshit that comes with the territory of this occupation. She's still young, I thought. A lot to learn. I didn't know it all myself, this being my first gig out of college. But the couple years I had been here already had me pushing the line. I trotted to the back office to grab some coffee and passed 5 senior officers who greeted me. Me and my previous coworker mentioned were what I called the front line. We saw every person that came into the office every day for their appointments unless they had a specific issue that required the attention of a senior officer, and it was my duty to minimize those issues. Anywhere from 40 to 80 people every day, with me seeing the majority because I knew how to type fast and correctly. Shit was definitely wearing on me. Of course, my 6'2", 220-pound black ass was out in the very front. Out of the 12 of us, there were only 2 of us with degrees required to advance in the office. Me and an older black woman who of course had worked her way up to second in command years before I got there. As y'all know, we gotta fly to get to where some of these people can walk to. But don't let me start ranting. I'll get to describing my other co-workers later. These people were a lot, to say the least. This county is rural. Nothing but hard-working country folk who some occasionally like to use meth and harder opiates and get arrested for them here and there. You ready? As I walk back up to the front telling my coworker. I guess so. Let's get it, she says. I open the door to about 20 people standing at the window and threw the clipboard out. Nice suit, mister. Name redacted. I uttered a dry thank you and tried to ignore being ogled by female clients. Let me just say for the record, as I would learn, not all offenders are bad looking. There were a few that I would have more than cracked in a different setting in life. As the line thinned out and clients signed in and began to sit on benches to await their names to be called, I called the first name. Didn't even stay to wait and see who got up, just turned around and walked back to my chair. Bun days, I thought to myself. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for part 1 of Bro's story, a day in the life of an Alabama probation officer. I see that shit funny, man, I'm telling you, boy. Excited to bring y'all part 2. Bro says he's working on it. I've been having him and some other people that work in and around corrections, law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, work on drafting me some of their experiences to bring to y'all in this story format. As y'all know, the channel has various forms of, you know what I'm saying, formats of content, from the interviews to the stories to the biography type profiles, man. Hey, we getting it on. But members, I appreciate y'all. And if you're watching this and you're a public subscriber and I done decided to put this out to y'all, cop the damn membership. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, turn it off and on so y'all can be tapped in to what's going on. But if you're a member, it's gonna tap you in regardless. Cash App, PayPal, Bam Prison Files, 2 S's, DC The Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles,